Do you know how many pets are in the United States? How many animals are in shelters? If not, let me tell you. Approximately 6.5 million animals enter U.S. animal shelters nationwide every year, and only 3.2 million animals are adopted each year. 1.6 million dogs, 1.6 million cats. More animals should be adopted than bought from a breeder. Throughout this piece, I will be giving detailed facts and reasoning for why you should adopt an animal, the issues of buying an animal from a breeder, and where you can go to adopt an animal. First, let's talk about why you should adopt an animal. Because you'll save a life. Each year, 2.7 million dogs and cats are euthanized in the United States. And for those of you who do not exactly know what euthanize means, it means to put a dog or cat to death humanly. Simply because too many pets come into shelters and too few people consider adoption when looking for a pet. It's well known that adopting a new pet and saving a life will warm the heart. But now, scientific evidence is showing that owning a pet could help prevent heart disease too. According to the American Heart Association, owning a pet could help you from heart disease. A scientific statement issued in 2013 by the leading cardiac health organization notes, numerous studies have explored the relationship between pet ownership and heart disease, with many reporting beneficial effects. Just a few of the heart health benefits seen in the pet parents are increased physical activity, lower cholesterol levels, lower blood pressure, and improved survival rates following a cardiac event. Also, data from the Human Animal Blood Research Institute, a nonprofit organization dedicated to gathering funding and sharing research on positive health impacts of companion animals, further supports the healing power of pets. In a 2014 survey of 1,000 physicians, they found that 60% of doctors have recommended getting a pet as part of a patient's treatment plan, while 88% reported that they've seen a patient's physical condition improve as a result of human-animal interaction. Now, secondly, let's talk about the issues of buying a pet from a breeder. Despite the fact that nearly 62% of Americans have a pet, there are still more than 70 million homeless dogs and cats living in the United States. Of those 7 million needy animals, only around 6 to 8 million enter shelters each year, although they only take in a fraction of America's homeless animals. These shelters are mostly packed to capacity and strapped, trying to function with limited funds. Yet, regardless of this wealth of pets looking for loving homes, only around 20% of Americans adopt their animals from shelters. So where are the other 74% coming from? Well, breeders. It's very hard to differentiate reputable breeders and those who are reputable breeders and those who are not reputable breeders. A lot of consumers don't do research prior to purchasing their new four-legged family member, and as a result, end up buying their new best friend from cruel puppy mills. Others rely on the American Kennel Club, AKC, inspection certification to ensure that the dogs they purchase are both purebred and didn't come from an abusive background. However, an expose into the AKC's inspection program revealed that many of these certified breeders subject their dogs to puppy mill-like conditions as well. For example, the New York Times highlighted a story of one woman who purchased a puppy from an AKC breeder only to find out the puppy suffered from a number of abnormalities as a result of reckless breeding practices. Third and finally, let me tell you where you can go to adopt your new best friend. There are many places you can go to adopt your forever friend, such as your local shelter, the Humane Society, ASPCA, or even a rescue group. You can find your local rescues, humane societies, and shelters at www.adoptapet.com/animal shelters, and you can use adoptapet.com to search for pets for adoption at all these types of organizations using a mile radius from your zip code and your desired breed, gender, size, and even color. Me, personally, I have found a rescue group in my home called Miss Pits and Friends. It is a nonprofit rescue organization, and it not only certifies in pit bulls, although their name does say Miss Pits and Friends. Places like that can really help benefit you and your animal. In conclusion, adopting an animal can help save a human life and also a dog life. Not all breeders are trustworthy about their animals, and there are many places to adopt an animal, such as a local shelter, rescue, ACPCA, and the Humane Society. More animals should be adopted than bought from a breeder. There are approximately 6.5 million animals entering the U.S. animal shelters nationwide every year, and only 3.2 million